This is Julia and
Daniel
from the Sool Company, and this is the next installment of another one of our tasting videos.
Yeah.
So Dan, what do we have to taste today?
Alright, so what we're drinking is this jolly yellow looking brew that's called Geumjeongsanseong.
Kumjongsansan, I've heard that before.
Have you indeed?
I think I have.
Well, it's not only the name of this brew, but I believe it's the name of a mountain in the Busan region in the south of South Korea.
You could work for the BBC.
I should. I think I should.
You're very right. This is very popular in Busan, and it's one of the only brews that you can get from very far away here in Seoul as well. A lot of brews that are made locally only stay in the local market, but this gets here.
Absolutely.
And it has a pretty special ingredient. Dan, if you want to give us a bit of a...
Yes, well, I mean, it basically is made with 3 ingredients that all brews are made of, rice, nuruk, and water. However, this one uses a very special type of nuruk. And basically it's because in Busan, the temperature and the humidity are much higher than up here in the north. So basically these nuruks are not made as a small cake, but they're actually large, kind of poppadom-like, large, thin discs. And that's so that they don't rot when they're made in the very high humidity of the south. But that adds a lot of unique flavour, and you get a lot of very lactic kind of acidity in the brews that come from this nuruk, which is actually one of my favourite types of flavour in our brews. I
gotta say, this is one of the first brews that I started tasting that was a bit different from the stuff I could get just generally. And I really liked it because it was kind of sour, it was a bit tangy, a bit citric. So let's see if that's what it tastes like today.
Absolutely. This brew actually is really quite delicious, and it might be one of the only brews that we'll show you here that contain aspartame. Because although the aspartame adds a lot of sweetness to this brew, the character of the brew underneath that sweetener is actually still very interesting and very strong, and it's still very enjoyable despite the artificial sweetener.
Yes, this is one of the brews that I just like to drink a lot of.
For breakfast.
In moderation. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, you've done it now.
The Makgeolli shower. We've mentioned it in videos before. Be very careful when you open your makgeolli, especially if you've been moving it around. We did get takeout today, so this has had some agitation.
Yeah, Julia likes to move it.
Oh, that was terrible. Let me get you a drink.
Thank you very much.
Move it, really. All right.
There you are.
So, without further ado, let's have a taste.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's really carbonated. Even before you drink it, you can hear the fizz.
I was going to say, I can hear it.
She's talking to me.
The brew whisperer.
Drink me.
What's interesting about this brew, actually, is that it's tangy and it's sour, but it's got a very thick consistency. Yeah. It's still very heavy, even though the carbonation is whispering to us quite substantially. The
body is definitely quite thick. It's almost like, you get those like fromage frais yogurt kind of things. If you like whisked it a little bit and it was fizzy, it's kind of that character.
It's got kind of a heavy mouthfeel to it. So this is actually substantial. I could probably just drink that instead of eating, I would think. It'd be quite filling, I would say.
I believe so, definitely. And I really like it. I think it's well-rounded in terms of its acidity. In the aroma, there's this kind of like deep brown, like earthiness, which I think comes from the nuruk as well. But it's not so bad as what they call like nuruk chi in Korean, which is like the nuruk stink.
It's so strong.
It's pretty, yeah. And sometimes nuruk can be that strong. But it's nicely balanced with everything.
Extra bonus points, it's also 8% alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
That'd get you. So generally other makgeollis are 6 or 7, so 8's actually on the higher end of the spectrum. So it's a pretty good brew, and actually very easy to find in Seoul. This is not something you'll have to find or seek out quite a lot. You can get it at most makgeolli bars that have a selection.
Sure.
You can get it at some Lotte department stores. They do carry it.
And the good thing about this particular bottle is if you're looking for it, it's not hard to find on the shelf because it's the only one I know that is like luminescent yellow. Yeah.
In fact, when we were first learning, when I was first learning, I didn't remember the names, I remembered colours. So yes, I'd be like, the yellow Busan brew. So if you can't remember Kumjongsanseong Makgeolli, then you can go for yellow Busan brew.
Yeah, and I think this has a shelf life of what, 9-10 days?
Short, yeah, 9 or 10 days. Again, as we've mentioned in previous videos, if you buy this and take it home, you can keep it in your fridge a little bit longer than 9 or 10 days. It's not going to kill you, but certainly if it was in a bar, then that would be within that shelf life.
Sure. Well, I think that's that.
That's
I think
that.
we should finish the bottle now.
Just the whole thing.
Just
one
down it.
shot.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.